Welcome back to the channel. Monica Louv here at the Love Messages. So today, like I promised, I'm going to be doing an all signs individual reading on the channel. Now, before I get started on this reading, I want to make a couple of announcements because I know the last reading that I did trigger a few viewers. A lot of people unsubscribed. That's fine. I'm actually really happy because we're actually purging people who want to remain asleep. We are purging people from the channel who don't want to hear the truth. They want to stay in a cycle and they want to continue being told all the positive things without being told what they need to hear to grow. So I want to congratulate the people that have remained subscribed, who've recognized the changes that they need to make, who have encouraged me to help their person recognize the things that they need to change. Because listen, life is not perfect. Nothing is perfect. Anybody who's just getting online and telling you what you want to hear, I would be very cautious of those people because they're simply just there to keep you trapped, okay? And I'm not here to keep you trapped. I'm here to free you so that you're consciously aware of the changes that you need to make, okay? And again, I wouldn't be able to do this without you supporting me, okay? So by you supporting me and encouraging me to be honest with the collective is really not only just helping you, but it's helping everybody else, okay? So I'm going to be doing an all signs reading. It's going to be under 10 minutes for each sign. There are going to be some requirements for this for me to keep going, okay? I'm going to be really honest with you all. I'm drained now. I've done a lot for the last 5 years. I'm posting all the time. People, when they don't like what I say, they unsubscribe. When they like what I say, they subscribe. So I'm not here to play that game. I know my value and I know what I'm here to offer. There's going to be groups of you who recognize my value and there's going to be groups of you who don't. And unfortunately, I'm very tired, scattering my pearls to swine to people who don't deserve it. So what I will be doing is this is going to be the requirements to keep each individual sign going on the channel. I will need a minimum 100K on this video. This video that I'm doing needs a minimum 100K. It needs 10,000 likes and 500 comments. If I don't get that within one day, I'm gonna assume that my attention and energy needs to go privately. Also, I feel they've made some changes to YouTube. They've made some changes in Canada as well when it comes to free speech. So I don't feel comfortable spreading my knowledge online for free to people. So I'm choosing to do it privately. There is going to be a fee for you to get my knowledge and information. I'm going to be talking about various subjects. I'm not going to mention it here, but when I do it, I will mention on the Daily Does It Resonate. I will continue doing Daily Does It Resonate on the channel because I know there's those of you who truly appreciate, you appreciate when I'm honest with you. You appreciate me helping you grow and change as a person. And that's what I want to see for humanity. I want to see people grow, change, achieve all their goals and everything like that. But it's not going to happen if I lie to you every day and just tell you what you want to hear. Okay. And it's very easy if the reading doesn't resonate for you to say, hey, Monica, thanks for the reading and move on. Some of you are triggered by my message because you actually need to change certain things. And instead of being honest with yourself, you're getting upset at me. And there's no reason for that. There's no reason for that, right? If the reading doesn't resonate, you just say, oh, thanks, and you move on. So as soon as somebody triggers you, it's a sign, right, that it's time for change and you can ignore it or you can actually change. Most of you are not going to change. Most of you are going to end up staying stuck and most of you are going to unsubscribe because it triggers you in that way, shape, or form, okay? And I feel bad. I feel bad for you because I want you to grow, but I can't force you to grow. For those of you who've stuck around and you've said, you know what, Monica, you're right. I do need to change. Baby, you're on the way to the top. You're on the way to the top. You're getting closer and closer every day to the things that you want and the things that you deserve, okay? So I want to congratulate all of you who have recognized my message, recognized the changes that you need to make, and we're going to grow together, okay? I want you to one day come to me and say, you know what, Monica? There used to be things that you said to me and I really didn't like what you said to me, but I sat down with myself and I realized, you're right, I do need to make some changes, okay? So congratulations, let's hop into the reading. Now I did do voting. Aquarius won, so Aquarius, as you can see, I'm gonna be putting the signs here. So Aquarius won, so we're gonna start with Aquarius. I'm giving myself 10 minutes for each sign, okay? Max 10 minutes. Like I said, if I see engagement on this channel, on this video, then I will do more, but I don't want to be negative or anything, but I haven't seen the type of engagement on my channel that I've seen in many past few years. So, you know, we're going to see how it goes. In the description box, there's going to be a list of requirements of what I need in order to keep going. So hopefully you hit the like button, you subscribe, and you know, you continue to support, okay? So I can support you. The way this reading is going to work, I'm going to be doing love on one side. I'm going to be doing a quick financial read on the other side. And I'm just going to tell you channeled messages. I'm not going to, you know, take too long. It's just going to be kind of a quick in, quick out, what you need to know. This reading is timeless. So anytime you click on it is when you need to see it. Always check all your signs. Do not just focus on one sign, because by focusing on one sign, you only get a fraction of the picture. You should be looking at all your signs, sun, moon, and rising. If you're looking at money, you should be looking at Venus. If you're looking at how you can make more, expand more, Jupiter. If you don't know astrology, then you want to make sure that you connect with me on my membership. I am going to have a membership in the coming weeks, which will be linked below. You can sign up, be a part of that membership, so that you can gain all the knowledge about astrology and get everything that you've ever wanted, okay? So let's get into it. Tell me about Aquarius. Tell me about Aquarius. And just keep in mind, when I'm doing this reading, there's going to be things that I may say that you don't like. It's simply something that you need to recognize within yourself to grow and change, okay, and become better. If you are somebody who just wants to hear positive all the time, I'm not the reader for you, okay? I'm not going to sit here baby you. I'm not your mom. I'm not going to baby you, okay? I'm here to help you improve as a person to person, sister to sister, sister to brother, whatever, however you look at it. But I'm not going to baby you, okay? I don't even do that to my kids. So, all right, so let's keep it real. Aquarius, tell me what Aquarius needs to know in love and money. Love and money. What does Aquarius need to know? Okay, first card out, you have the Eight of Swords. Ooh. We're going to do a past, present, and future for love, and I'm going to do a past, present, future for money, and then I'm going to pull some extra cards for you, okay? And I'm going to do your important message in the middle, all right? Bottom of the deck, Aquarius, you have the Nine of Pentacles. So I feel for you, Aquarius, your important message here in general, you recently had Pluto enter into your sign, and Pluto entered recently into your sign to give you some sort of realization that it's time to change, okay? A lot of you have been suppressing yourself. You've been suppressing who you are. You've been trying to go along with the status quo. A lot of you are forcing yourself to do things that you don't want to do. And in reality, it's time to be original. It's time to be authentic. Some of you have found it extremely hard to get over a painful situation that you went through, okay? There was something in your life that really affected you on a very deep level. But I'm going to tell you why this situation happened to you. The reason why this situation happened to you, either you lost a job, you lost a close friend, maybe a family member. There's something that was really dear to you and it affected you in a big way. But the reason why this happened to you was to help you grow, to become a bigger and better person, to share your experience. In the past, there was something that happened in your life with the Eight of Swords here where you felt like you were alone. Okay, there was an energy here of feeling alone, but deep down inside, you realized why you needed to go through this. It created a lot of stress in your life. And I feel in the present moment, there's a choice or decision that you may need to make. This choice or decision that you may need to make has a lot to do with recognizing your path in life. Many of you are going to choose to grow. Others of you are going to choose to remain stagnant. And this is what Pluto is doing currently in your sign. I have the chart here, by the way. So I'm taking a look at March. Even though this is a timeless read, Pluto is currently in Aquarius. It just came out of Capricorn, and Mars is going to be there with Venus. So there could be a very strong energy of love coming into your life. There could be a choice about whether or not you're going to remain in a commitment or get married to somebody. In the future, I see you stepping into your power, okay? And the only way you're stepping into your power is when you start becoming your authentic self. A lot of you have been noticing on the channel. This is why a lot of you have been liking the channel. You have been supporting me because there's something that you see within me, okay, that is encouraging you to be yourself. And that's what Pluto is doing in your sign. Pluto is saying, stop lying to yourself. Be your authentic self. Don't feel like you need to be a certain way to appease other people. This is about being authentic. Aquarius is a sign of being authentic, being true to yourself, regardless of what people think. People are, you know, maybe going to tell you, hey, you shouldn't be like that, you shouldn't do that, but that's suppressing you. And we don't see a lot of originality in the world anymore. Everybody's kind of like paper cut, you know, scissor cut out carbon copies of one another. And I think part of your movement in humanity is to be yourself. This is the age of Aquarius. It is your age, which means you're the ruler of this age. This is about you moving forward and finding like-minded people, creating some sort of community, pushing forward, and you know, creating this type of life that you're looking to have, okay, for yourself. So this is about not suppressing yourself. So for many of you, you're getting over something here that affected you, but the more you become yourself, the more you stop suppressing yourself, the more it's going to be easier to attract love, the more it's going to be easier to move forward, okay? So for your for your money situation, a lot of you, the painful situation that happened to you is what's going to move you forward. It's going to help you find your soulmate. It's going to help you find that career that you've always wanted to do. If you're somebody who's an Aquarius and you haven't started your own business, bottom of the deck, what you don't see coming is 9 of Pentacles. If you're somebody who's still working, and I always advocate this, if you're somebody who's still working for somebody else, you should really reconsider if that's something you're going to do, because a lot of us are moving out of that old way of doing things. Capricorn is the old way. Aquarius is the new way. In my membership, if you're interested in my membership, I will be going more in depth on how that energy is going to work. I've already done it because astrologically, I know what's happening and what's going on. So I'm a little bit ahead of everybody else, but that's okay. Something here caused you a lot of pain in the past. Some of you moved on from it and you grew from it, and you were able to find the stability that you were looking for. Others of you are still needing to get over this pain. The more you focus on the pain instead of finding a solution to transmute the energy, the more Pluto is going to hit you, and it's gonna be tough, okay? So it's important that you're open to change. You are a fixed sign, so it's hard for you to change, but by listening to this message, you're gonna realize that you need to be more open-minded. For many of you, something in the present moment in your financial situation has become very difficult. You need to be careful where you're investing your money and time. Some of you are wasting money, okay? So just make sure you're investing into the things that are gonna help you grow. Some of you are gonna get a settlement. There's like something that you've been fighting for. You are going to be able to set the situation right, and it's going to bring you money, okay? Because you've been in a situation where you were in pain, or something here hurt you on a very deep level. In the future, I see you finally doing something that you've always loved. Okay, the Empress, you're going to create something. Some of you are good at bracelets, jewelry, or you do something that you do very well with your hands, you craft it, and you're going to be able to find the inner strength to actually do this business and start it, and it's going to bring you a lot of celebration. There's a huge transition that's coming in the future for you, number 55, which is change. And for many of you, there's something here about love in the present moment, something that you once loved. It's been difficult for you because you're finally letting it go. But this thing that you're doing, it's something that you love, and whatever made you unhappy or sad, you're transmuting that. Like if you lost somebody very close to you, you may write a book about it. You may help guide other people in your experience, okay? So for many of you, there's something that happened that really affected you, and you're moving on from that now, okay? So it's a beautiful energy. I feel like there's beautiful changes coming in for you, but you have to be open to those, okay? And also there's certain people around you in your life that are gonna help contribute to this change. The more you are, The more you're stagnant in change, the more it's going to be harder for you. The more you're open to change and adapting, the easier it's going to be for you, okay? So that's what I have for you, Aquarius. I hope you like the reading. Just keep in mind, if you guys want me to spend more time, longer readings, I need views, I need likes, I need subscriptions. Otherwise, you know, I can't keep doing this here and not getting the reciprocation that I need, okay? So thank you for doing your part. I really appreciate it. Okay, we're on to the next sign now. We're on to the next sign, Pisces. Okay. Okay. Pisces. All right, so Pisces, you currently have Pluto in your 12th house. So things have been a little bit tough for you because you're also being asked to change. You're also being called to recognize the changes that you need to make within yourself. I do feel for many of you, there's karma here, okay? There's, you know, whatever you've done in the past is following you now. So if you've done good things in the past, you know, good things are coming up. If you haven't done good things in the past, those things are bringing some sort of change. I do feel March is a big month for you. You have Saturn in your sign, okay, in the Western astrology. So Saturn has been playing a big role in creating structure in your life. One of the things that you need to be aware of, whether this is love or money that you're inquiring about, you need structure. If you are somebody who is all over the place, you don't have structure, you don't have a schedule, it's going to be harder to attract love and money. So structure is going to be important, and meditation is going to be super important as well. Let's see what's going on for you. Okay, your overall message, Empress. Yes, bottom of the deck, you have the Queen of Pentacles. I just want to tell you right now, Pisces, you're super resourceful. Whether you're aware of this or not, if you're somebody who's like money is an issue, money doesn't need to be an issue for you because you're super resourceful. You have the ability to go within yourself, meditate, and find the answers, but it's a matter of you taking time out for yourself. Okay, this is super, super important. Pluto is in your 12th house now in Aquarius. So a lot of you are reevaluating your inner private life right now, okay? You're reevaluating, you know, certain relationships, certain things that you've been doing. In the past for you, I do feel like you had a new beginning and you really wanted to have this new beginning because I feel you felt alone, you felt stuck. A lot of you realized in the past that you needed to change something that you were doing in order to get out of this place of feeling stuck in the past. I do strongly feel for many of you, in the present moment, love and money is coming in. But it's important that you are representing yourself the way that, you know, like how you want to attract, right? So if you're somebody who's like, hey, I want to attract my soulmate, I want to attract my emperor or my empress, you need to embody that energy, okay? That means embodying the type of person that you want to attract. That means embodying the type of, you know, abundance that you want to attract in your life. And this goes back to what I said about Saturn. Saturn being in your sign for the next 3.5 years is going to, it's really going to push you to become a better version of yourself. I think that you started making changes in the past, which are leading to this abundant energy now. Some of you have attracted your soulmate, or you've attracted a lot of money into your life because you've changed your ways. If you haven't, then this is the message that you need to hear, that you need to start embodying the type of energy that you want to attract. In the future, I feel like if you've been done wrong in love, things are going to be set right. And it's the same thing, like I said, to Aquarius. If you're somebody who has been, you know, treating people unfairly or doing things to others that you don't like, you know, and you're doing that, then karma is going to follow. Okay. And this is why the Justice is here. So again, it's important that you're watching how you're acting towards other people, because what you're doing to other people is going to be how you're affected. Okay. So for many of you in the future, I see something being set right. I see things working out for you karmically if you're doing the right thing, which I feel like you are going to be. Your important message here is the Empress. So this means creating. What have you been avoiding? What haven't you been creating? You're naturally somebody who creates, okay? You can create something with your hands. You could be somebody who creates things that you love. There's something here about your financial situation where you should be helping and creating with others, okay? Now, your financial situation in the past, I feel like a lot of you are not motivated to take action in the past to make more money or to change, but you started to manifest in the past. Okay, so instead of sitting back and feeling like a victim, you started to manifest and things changed for you. Now, in the present moment, a lot of you are letting go of a dead-end job. You're letting go of old ways of doing things. Some of you are doing something repetitiously, and it's moving super slow for you in your business. Now it's time for you to be innovative. That means meditating more, finding different ways to make money. Some of you need to recognize that something that you've been doing repetitiously that's taking too long to grow needs to change. Some of you are afraid to take action towards creating something new, being open to something new. The Empress is constantly creating. This is feminine energy. You are a feminine sign, water sign. So in the future, in the present moment, this is about you thinking about your future, 5, 10, 15 years down the road. Some of you own your own business. It's time to create something new and sell it. Okay. If you keep doing the same thing over and over again, it's going to take a very long time for it to grow. And this is why you've been stagnant. In the near future, I see you moving into a new direction financially, and it's going to be one that's going to bring a lot of positivity to you. But your intuition is going to play a role in this change because Pluto is in the 12th house. You also have the 7 of Pentacles as well. So I do strongly feel a lot of you are going to be reinvesting in new stocks or some sort of new direction. Okay. So this is what I have for you, Pisces. If you like the reading, make sure you are contributing to the channel so I can keep doing these. And like I said, 100K views on this video, 10,000 likes, 500 comments to keep this going. And the more I see you engaged, the more I'm going to do. Okay. All right, let's move on to the next sign. I think we have Leo next. Let me just take a look. I just want to make sure I'm doing the signs correctly. Okay. So next we have, just give me 1 second. Okay, yeah, we have Leo next, okay? Okay, Leo, what's taking place for Leo at this time? Tell me about Leo. We're going to do your love and your financial situation. Okay, bottom of the deck, you have the 9 of Swords. Okay, there's a lot of worry here. Okay, there's a lot of worry about something that's out of your control. But I'm going to tell you right now, Leo, don't worry, because everything that's meant to be for you will be. Okay, everything that's meant for you will be. Let me just change this because we're on Leo now. Okay, very good. I want to make sure we know where we're at right now. Okay, we're on Leo. Okay, so Leo, I feel like there's a lot of worry behind the scenes, and you're worried about some sort of changes and stuff. What Spirit is saying is stop holding on to this fear and worry, because what's meant for you is going to be for you. Now, one of the things that you may or may not realize is with Pluto opposing your sign in Aquarius, it's been very difficult for you. Relationships, people, sometimes people don't understand you. You are recognizing some sort of changes that need to happen within you from others. So others are responding to you in a certain way and you're like, wait a second, I need to change the way I'm acting. I need to change the way I'm being. There's something here that just doesn't add up anymore. So for many of you in the past, you disconnected from something. You disconnected from something, a relationship ended, and you said, you know what, I need to change my ways in order for things to change in the future. So if you left a situation, if something changed here in the past, you did that for your own mental well-being. your own health, your own healing, and don't feel bad about it. Don't feel bad that you left someone or you left a situation because it was not supporting you. Something here was not supporting you in the past. And this is why in the present moment, you know, your main message here is to close yourself off, okay? To close yourself off from people who don't deserve your time and your energy. Some of you are closing yourself off to the wrong people. It's important that you're being discerning, because with Pluto in that 7th house, okay, if you're a rising Leo, either people are going to naturally fall away from you or you're going to fall away from them because they're not part of your new journey. And this is why a lot of you disconnected from somebody here in the past. Now, in the present moment, you're focused on yourself. You're super focused on yourself. You are putting yourself first, and you're moving to some sort of new milestone in your life. This is in connection to love. So you may be seeking new love, or if you're already in a relationship with someone, you and this person are moving forward to the next level. Some of you feel rejected by this person, or you feel rejected by the situation. Excuse me. If that's the case, you know something isn't for you. Okay. And some of you are ignoring this. Some of you are going along with something and you know it's not for you, and you can't lie to yourself. The more you lie to yourself, the more there's pain. Okay. And this is why I'm honest with you guys on the channel. I know a lot of you don't want to hear the truth. I know a lot of you want to stay in this cycle of, you know, Monica, just tell me what I need to hear. Like, don't break my heart. Don't tell me what, you know, but the reality is I cannot lie to you. I just can't. Like, I don't want somebody to lie to me, so I wouldn't lie to you, right? So for many of you, you need to recognize the people that don't recognize you, the people that don't recognize your value. They're going to act like they're bored with you. They're going to act like they're uninterested. And you need to take that as a sign as it's time for you to move on, okay? Don't force a relationship if it's not meant for you. In the near future, you're being called to set boundaries and to work on your projects. The more you work on the things that you love, and the more you set boundaries with the people that don't see your value and don't see what you're contributing, the more likely it is you're going to find that person that's meant for you and commit to you. So for many of you, you're either already in a commitment, and I see you setting boundaries with this person you're in a commitment with, which will help you to focus more on your work, which is going to lead to more confidence within yourself. And that's when I see you attracting the right person. Or if you're already in a relationship, the relationship's gonna improve when you focus on your work. Working on yourself, working on the things that you love, setting boundaries. Some of you give too much. This is why, you know, your message here in the present moment is to set boundaries, close yourself off to the people who don't see your value. Now, your financial situation, I do strongly feel for you, okay? In the past, you were too loving. You were too overly giving, okay, with Venus here. And it led to a lot of confusion. And it led to you becoming very cutthroat with people in the past because things started to get difficult for you. In the present moment, I do strongly feel you're walking away from certain jobs or certain connections that are not supporting your financial situation. This is about working alone. As difficult as this may be, it's about focusing on yourself, working alone. Some of you still need to heal. You need to rest. You need to adhere to your body. Because listen, if you don't have health, you don't have wealth. Okay, so it's really important. This is what's going to give you more vitality, okay, in your financial situation. In the near future, I see you needing to investigate certain people that come into your life. There will be toxic people that come in. They're going to see your value. They're going to see what you're offering, and you need to be careful because these people don't have good intentions. I'm going to keep it real with you. Some people just see your light and they see your value and they just want to be a part of you just to be a part of you. And this is where you need to be careful. So in the future, when it comes to your financial situation, don't be open just to accept anybody and everybody, because what this leads to is major disappointment. Okay. So this is something that, you know, you really, you really have to be discerning. And you have Scorpio here. You have Scorpio here in the near future. So I do strongly feel it's very important that you're discerning in terms of the people that you're opening yourself up to, okay? So that's what I have for you, Leo. We're gonna move on to the next sign. We have Virgo next, okay? We have Virgo next. Make sure you're hitting the like button, 100K on this video. We need 10,000 likes, 500 comments. If we don't get that, then I'm gonna retire from doing each sign and I'm gonna move on to other projects that I have, okay? So hopefully you guys are able to support one another. If not, then you know it is what it is, okay? Virgo. 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 Okay. Let's see what's taking place. Virgo. Tell me about Virgo. What do they need to know? Tell me about Virgo. What do they need to know? Okay, so for you, Virgo, I feel like in the past somebody left you or ghosted you. Emperor at the bottom of the deck, you're looking for stability. I feel like what you learned in the past was not to be generous with everybody. Some of you were overly generous to somebody here in the past and they took advantage of you, okay? They either didn't pay you back or they took advantage of you. You felt ghosted. What you were learning here in the past is to investigate whether or not somebody is worth your energy and time. It took you a long time to realize this mistake within yourself. But for many of you, something here in the past rebalanced itself. In the present moment, I feel like a relationship is coming into your life. Somebody here genuinely loves you and wants to be with you. But some of you, if this hasn't happened for you yet, it's because you still need to do some inner work. And some of you are going to get upset and mad. Some of you are actually the ones that got triggered from the last reading that I did. Like, you unsubscribed from my channel because I said something to you, it triggered you and it upset you. Okay. And one of the reasons why it's been hard for you to find love, it's because you don't want to change. There's something inside of you that you don't want to change. You're tired of being used and abused. You're tired of being used and abused. You're tired of people telling you one thing and then the other. But it's important that you're discerning, okay, with the people that come into your life. And there's going to be certain people that come into your life that are for you, and certain people that don't come in, that come into your life that are not for you. I do feel like there's certain karma, there's certain triggers that are happening here because Saturn is in your 7th house. If you're a rising Virgo, Saturn is in your 7th house, which is karma. Saturn is the task maker. Saturn is the one that brings karma. So certain relationships are going to fall away, or you're going to realize certain relationships are not for you. Some of you are attracting people who are mirroring you. You don't like the fact that these people are mirroring you. You don't like the fact that these people are doing certain things that you don't like. But when you go inside of yourself and you realize that there's things that you need to change, and you change that, you're going to start attracting different people. Okay. So there's different groups of you. There's those of you who have overcome this, and there's those of you who have not overcome this. Okay. So I feel like true love is coming in for you. I'm getting a fire sign, maybe an Aries or a Leo, water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Okay. Now in the future, there's a conflict in love. There's a conflict because somebody here is treating you as an option. And this is where you still have not learned the karma. Okay. This is why Saturn is in that 7th house. Okay. So you are learning in the near future to stop holding on to people that are not for you. Some of you keep holding on to certain relationships, friends, partners that are not for you. With the month of March, even though this is a timeless reading, you know, and if we hit the right amount of views and likes on the video that I know I'm wanted here, then I can come and do more. Okay. But I'm going to tell you just now, in March, the sun is going to be there, and it's going to conjunct the Saturn. So something's going to be difficult in a relationship because it's teaching you, number one, you're not an option. If somebody's treating you like an option, you need to be honest, because it creates some sort of conflict here in the near future. And you also have the Four of Pentacles as well. So for many of you, you continue to hold on to somebody who treats you like an option. What it leads to is a lot of power struggles. This is what your main energy is, even though you want stability. But you need to recognize what is required to even have stability in the first place. To have stability, you need to recognize what your faults are and what you need to change. A lot of us don't want to change. A lot of us just want to hear what we want to hear. A lot of us think that we're perfect when we're not. And if you're one of those Virgos that are like, I'm perfect, there's nothing wrong with me, then you don't need tarot. You don't need to be here consuming tarot because you're perfect and there's nothing for you to work on. So these are things that you need to be aware of. I think if I was going to recommend anybody to my membership, it would be you if you want to change, if you want to see results. So that's what I'm seeing in your love life. That's something you need to be aware of. For your money situation in the past, I feel like there was an opportunity in your financial situation that you didn't take advantage of. You let worry, overthinking, and fear affect you. That's why you didn't take advantage of an opportunity. Something here in the past failed, okay, because there was more overthinking the situation than being proactive. It's important that you are proactive in your financial situation. Don't just daydream. A lot of you, yeah, I just got a download. A lot of you daydream. A lot of you daydream, okay? In the present moment, you have a choice to either hang on to that dead-end job or to move towards starting your own business. Some of you are realizing that a situation that you've been involved in for quite some time has been very hard. Now is the time to recognize if you want things to be hard or if you want to take a risk on something new. This is why Saturn again is in the 7th house, which is connected to business. So that means structure. If you want to make more money, you need to have structure, okay? You need to have structure in your thoughts, your ideas, and then implementing them. Those are going to be super important. In the near future, I see somebody that you love, somebody that you're in love with. You become more in love with this person because you both have a vision for the future when it comes to finances. You may end up working with a partner who's going to help you and show you how to make investments. It is going to take time. It's important that you're patient with this person because they're going to help you. They're going to help you to move into this new direction. And with Saturn being in the 7th house, there's somebody who's coming into your life to help you structure, to strategize. If you're not open to this person, you may miss an opportunity like you did in the past. So it's important that you're keeping this in mind. Don't try to fight battles alone. Try to cooperate with others so that you can move to the next level, okay? Let me get a couple more cards for you. Let's see. Virgo, digest. So in the past, you worried about something. That's why there was an opportunity missed here, okay? Present moment, cross-pollinate, working with others. Doing more than one job is going to be super important for you. And in the near future, you have the moon, perception. So if you let your emotions overtake you, which some of you are, you're allowing a situation to overtake you emotionally. That's why it's been difficult for you to move forward, okay? So keeping your emotions in check is going to be super, super important moving forward, okay? So that's what I have for you. We're going to move on to the sign Taurus. The sign of Taurus. Let's see what's going on for Taurus. Okay, and I'm going to change this. Taurus. Okay. Taurus, I feel like you have a very strong connection in your life that's coming in. You do have Pluto squaring your sign now, so you're being forced to change something that you've always been comfortable with. It's time for you to change or be open to change. There's something that you've been ignoring for quite some time. Okay, bottom of the deck, you have the 5 of Cups. So in the past, there was a very disappointing situation that happened to you, but I feel like you overcame it and you moved forward. In the past, in your love life, a lot of you started to recognize and realize it was time for you to move forward from a situation that really affected you on a deep level. I do feel with the Empress here, you're learning to cultivate the type of relationships that you want. Learning to be the Empress, learning to be nurturing, loving, caring. And you want to know something, if you've been doing this, it's really helped you to get over a situation. Okay, a past situation that affected you. In the present moment, somebody here really likes you, but you've set boundaries. You're afraid of getting hurt. This is why you haven't opened yourself up 100% to this person. I do feel like this person who's coming into your life is going to bring a lot of happiness to you. You have the 10 of Cups here. But it's a matter of being open and giving this person a chance. In the near future, if you don't heal the pain that you've went through, that means forgiving certain people from the past, being open to new things, then, you know, you may miss an opportunity here in love. So it's important that you're open. It's important that you forgive people in the past who didn't do what they were meant to do for you. For many of you, there's two groups of you. Those of you who are overly focused on yourself, which actually keeps you sad and keeps you stuck, or you're actually going to be open, loving, caring, and this is what's going to lead to a commitment, because a commitment's coming in the near future for you. Present moment, you have the Page of Cups. So there's an offer of love coming in. This is beautiful. But the question is, are you open to it? Some of you are so focused on yourself, this opportunity passes you by, and that may be a mistake, and it's because of unresolved issues from the past, okay? And a lot of us have unresolved trauma and issue from the past, and instead of us still remaining being loving, open and nurturing, we end up not being, and this is what keeps us from moving forward, okay? So this is something that you need to be aware of. Some of you are also people who have unsubscribed or you've disconnected from my channel because I've been telling you the truth. I've been telling you the things that you need to change. Some of you don't want to hear it, and this is what's holding you back, okay? Now, in your financial situation, in the past, you left a dead-end job, or you left some sort of job or situation that was keeping you feeling stuck. In the present moment, you have a choice or a decision when it comes to giving up on. Some of you are still in a dead-end job. Like, you're doing something here that you don't love doing. You're just doing it for the paycheck. You need to really reevaluate if you want to continue to do that, because it's affecting your health and it's affecting your day-to-day stability, okay? So this is about focusing on what you love, creating and manifesting the things that you love, which I am going to be talking about in my membership club. So if you want to be a part of that, there's going to be a link in the next few readings that I do talking about that. I think you're one of the signs that I am going to encourage to do that. In the near future, what I see for you, I see you disconnecting finally from something here that doesn't satisfy you. Some of you are doing a job where you're like running around, you're all over the place, and you want to have a new beginning. The question is, are you willing to take the risk? Are you willing to have that new beginning? Because what is going to allow you to expand, Jupiter, what's going to allow you to expand and have more is by stepping outside of your comfort zone. A lot of you don't. So the two things that you need to keep in mind when it comes to love: don't allow a negative situation in the past to determine the future, because there is somebody here that really likes you and wants to be with you, but they can't be with you if you're closed off. For your financial situation, a lot of you are holding on to a dead-end job, or you're continuously doing stuff that's traditional, and it's time to move away from that and step outside of your comfort zone, okay? So I really do strongly feel like it's time for you to be open to change. The more you're open to change, the more you're going to be able to get over the past discrepancies that happened in your life, and it's going to allow you to move to the next level, okay? So that's what I'm seeing for you. So we're going to move on to the next sign. We're going to move on to the next sign. We're going to move on to the sign of Libra. Libra is next, okay? Make sure you're checking your sun, moon, and rising. Don't just look at one sign, because it's not going to resonate with you unless you look at all aspects, okay? Okay, so Libra and then Scorpio next. Libra. Okay. Okay, Libra. So for you, Libra, give me a second. Okay. Tell me about Libra, love and money. Love and money for Libra. Love and money. Ooh, Libra. Woo, look at that. Wheel of Fortune, the present moment. Woo. Okay, let's see what's going on. Bottom of the deck, you have the Empress. Of course, you're learning how to be in the Empress energy. That's beautiful. In the past in love, you were very disappointed, because somebody cheated on you, lied on you, took advantage of you. It kept you feeling very worried because I think in the past, Libra, this affected your creativity. It affected your passion. It affected your confidence here in the past. In the present moment, a lot of you are learning how to let go of the toxic behavior, toxic people, toxic behavior. Some of you have acted toxic. This is why you've attracted certain toxic people to you, but you're changing that. You're bringing something back into balance. I feel like you're changing your energy and you're turning into this angelic person in the present moment. It's like you're recognizing and realizing in order for you to attract the type of love that you want in your life, it's important that you are coming across as that type of energy, being loving, caring, supportive. I do feel like new love is coming into your life. One of the things, I did a reading yesterday about self-sabotage. Some of you have to be careful not to sabotage yourself when it comes to this new love, because you may be treating this new love as past love. And this person's completely different. I feel like this person in the present moment is going to be super generous with you and giving to you, especially karmically. Changes are on the horizons for you because you have the South Node in your sign. That means the person you were before last year is not the person you are today. You're a completely new person. You are going through a transformation, a change, not only physically, but mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And Spirit is saying, do not ignore this. Do not ignore this change. You are underneath it all the Empress. You're changing slowly into being the ultimate Empress energy to attract this soulmate, this love that's coming into your life. You are exceptionally, when you watch this, you're exceptionally gifted. Beautiful things are coming in for you. There is tons of abundance coming in for you. But you also need to recognize that part of this abundance that's coming in is a part of your change. So if you're not willing to change, you being able to attract the type of change that you want from others is not going to happen until you start with the change, okay? And I mentioned this yesterday in the reading. Lots of people got triggered. Lots of people unsubscribed because when I explained and I said, you know, if you're going towards something new and you're going towards this new situation like you did the old situation, it's not going to lead to the change that you want. So it's important that you're recognizing what you need to do every day to change your identity. Okay. So if you're known as somebody who is, you know, you have a potty mouth or, you know, you don't carry yourself a certain way, you're changing your identity. You're showing up as a completely different person because you want to be appreciated and respected in a different way. Right? And that's what's going to change the type of people that you attract. Now, in the near future, some of you are going to heed the advice I give you. Others of you are going to get triggered, unsubscribe, and not listen. And that's okay. You know, I'm not here for everybody. I'm here for those of you who want to change and become better. Some of you are moving towards somebody, your emperor, somebody who's super stable. Whoever you attract into your life in 2024, it's going to be somebody who is full of abundance, okay? But you also need to change. This is why you have the South Node in your first house. And in the 7th house, you have that North Node. So it's like someone's coming into your life and they're bringing all this abundance to you. You have the 10 of Wands as well. So I feel with the 10 of Wands, something here ends up being difficult, but because you're willing to change and move forward to the next milestone, it becomes easier for you, okay? And a lot of us don't want to change in 2024. A lot of us are just happy with the status quo, and this is something that you need to be prepared for. I think May, November, and December are months that are going to bring huge changes, and that's where you're going to be tested the most, okay? Now, your financial situation in the past, I feel like a lot of you were happy because you achieved something great in the past. You achieved something great in the past. Like, wow, like I can't believe you achieved this. Congratulations to you. Present moment, you're learning to let go of things that don't serve you anymore. I think a lot of you are cutting off certain jobs or certain things that you're used to doing. Like you're slowly cutting this off and you're making room for something new. Some of you are doing something new because whatever you were doing in the past, it doesn't bring balance or it doesn't bring fulfillment to you anymore. So you're slowly changing. So if you were somebody who used to model in the past, now you're doing makeup. Or if you're somebody who used to do, I don't know, consulting, you're doing teaching now. Like there's something here that you're changing because it doesn't satisfy you anymore, 5 of Pentacles. But it's a choice or a decision that you need to make. And this is you personally making this choice or decision. In the near future, there's an important person who comes into your life that you collaborate with, okay? 7th house, You have Aries there with North Node there. So 2024, especially around the eclipse, which is happening in April, look out for April, because it's a month where somebody recognizes you and they're like, hey, Libra, let's collaborate. Partnership, Juno. There's that seventh house with the North Node. So you're going to partner with somebody. And when you partner with this person, it's going to bring a huge reward to you. But you need to make sure that you and this person have the same vision. Because again, lots of abundance, lots of luck is coming in for you, but you need to see the changes, A, that you need to make, and B, you need to see the value in that other person who's coming in. Because someone's coming into your life and they're bringing nothing but value to you. And it's a matter of cooperating with them so that you can both reach your full potential, okay? So that's what I have for you, Libra. We're gonna move on to the next sign. Guys, I'm gonna keep this really short. I wanna be here longer, but I need to see engagement, okay? So we need at least 100K views on this video. We need 500 likes and we need, 10,000 likes and 500 comments to keep this going. If I don't see the engagement that I'm requesting, I'm going to retire from the channel from doing individual readings. I'm not going to do them, all the time. I'm going to do them seldomly. I'm going to still do them, but just not, they're not going to be done on a regular basis. When I have time, I'm going to do them. I hope to be here as much as you want me to, but I need to see that engagement, okay? Whether you like the reading or whether it resonates or doesn't, you still need to like. You're here consuming content for free, okay? That's what I need to see. That's what I'm asking of you, okay? All right, now we're gonna move on to, what sign? Let's see. Hold on. Let me see. Who's next? Give me a second. Okay, Scorpio's next. That's what I thought. Okay, Scorpio. Let's see what's going on for Scorpio. Tell me about Scorpio, their love situation and financial situation. Scorpio. Okay. Bottom of the deck, you have the Two of Wands. You have a choice or a decision to make, okay, in the coming days, whenever you watch this. In the past in love, a lot of you were involved in a relationship where it did look stable at one point, but a lot of you felt like you wanted to grow or move on from this relationship. I do feel with the Ten of Wands, things started to eventually get or become very difficult for you, but a lot of you decided to move forward. You decided to change something within yourself, which allowed you to bring more stability into the situation. Now, for those of you that doesn't resonate, in the past, something got difficult, you refused to change, and that's why something here didn't work out the way it needed to. Some of you in the past were stubborn. That's why something here failed or didn't work out, okay? Others of you were open to adapt and change, and this is why something here ended up becoming more stable. Okay, so there's two groups of you here in the past. In the present moment, new love is coming in. There's a little bit of an imbalance here. I feel like this new love is generous, but one of you is more generous than the other. And it's important that there is an equal give and take here, because if there's not an equal give and take, what ends up happening is one person ends up disconnecting. This is why you have the Two of Wands. And underneath that, you have the Five of Pentacles, okay? So there's something here about disconnecting. For some of you, you know, you also, I feel, were very triggered by the things that I said yesterday about narcissism. There's a bit of a narcissistic energy, okay, in your relationships. This could be you being narcissistic, both of you, or one of you. And this is what you're learning right now, okay? Because Uranus is in the 7th house and it's creating unexpected changes within your partnerships, especially if you're a rising Scorpio. Your person could be erratic, or they could be one way one day and then another day, another way the another day. So you're learning right now, a lot of you are like in and out or on and off with somebody. You don't know really where you stand. In the near future, I'm going to keep it real with you, Scorpio. I feel like a relationship you're involved in may come to an end because there's a lack of seeing eye to eye with this person, okay? So for many of you, you know, with the South Node, 12th house, the South Node is there. There's some sort of patterns that you've been doing that need to change. You are going to change them. You're going to recognize there's certain things that you need to change within yourself in order to attract the type of person that you're looking for. You have the devil in the world here in the near future. So there's a likelihood that something here comes to an end because it's toxic, and it does create some sort of worry for you. But like I said, for many of you, this is about equal give and take, okay? Somebody here is acting erratic with you because you're not consistent. And if you're not consistent, this person's going to end up disconnecting or being erratic with you. And this is something that you need to be aware of. Okay. That's the main message that you need to hear. In the past, in your financial situation, I feel like you met somebody. There was a strong collaboration, but then there was trust issues here in the past. Some of you in the present moment are having a hard time working with others. Okay. You close yourself off to people because they don't give you what you want, or you start something new with them and then something here fails. Okay. So for many of you, it's important, excuse me, in the present moment to be, to have symbiosis. Okay. You can look up the word symbiosis. We're learning to work with others. Okay. Because again, Uranus is in that 7th house. A lot of you are dealing with people who have erratic behavior. But you need to look at yourself and say, okay, what do I need to change within myself to have a better response for my person? That's your lesson, okay? This is what you're learning. Whenever we have planets in the 7th house, especially when they're malefics, like Mars, or we have Saturn there, we have Uranus, those are malefics. Those malefics are making us change our behavior in order to have a better result. In the near future, with your financial situation, it's important that you communicate. If there's a lack of communication on your end, well, guess what? There's a lack of the result you're looking for. You need to be open to communication. That means listening to the other person's perspective as well as them listening to your perspective. I do feel like something here comes to an end in your financial situation in the near future, and a lot of you start to get clear on what you want by yourself. I think the message here is for you to get clear on what you want by yourself. Don't be afraid to work alone, at least temporarily, until you feel like you've found the right person that you can trust, that you can work with. I do feel like right now there's a lot of instability here, okay, in your love life and in your financial life, because a lot of you are not aware of astrology. You're also one sign that I encourage to be a part of my membership program, because you need to be consciously aware of astrology. When you're aware of astrology, you can be aware of the things that you need to work on without feeling like I'm attacking you, okay? Because some of you think I'm attacking you, and it's not personal. This is a general channel. It's there to help some people who want to be helped, and there to let people kind of move on, right? So I feel like you're one of those people that need help. I do want to help you. I support you in your change. This is a very tough year for you. It's an extremely tough year for you, but I'm going to make it easier for you because I'm going to help you become aware. Okay. So this is what I have for you, Scorpio. It's a bit of a tough message, but that's what I have for you. Okay. So let's move on to the sign of Cancer. Okay, we have Cancer, then we have Capricorn, Aries, Sagittarius, and Gemini, and then we're done. These readings are going to be super quick, okay, in and out. If you want more from me, you're going to have to join me on my membership, because I only have so much energy to give, especially only to those people who recognize my value, okay? All right, make sure you're liking, you're hitting subscribe and all of that, so we can keep this going. Okay, let's go. Cancer. Cancer, let's see what's going on with Cancer. Some of you are in love with a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising, okay? Or you have fire in your chart somewhere. Bottom of the deck, you have the Page of Swords. I think what you're learning now is to be more, Cancer, you're learning to be more, what's the word I'm looking for? You're learning to be more discerning when it comes to people you hang out with and situations that you get involved in, okay? In the past, in your love life, a lot of you were disappointed by somebody here who lied to you. They weren't honest with you. Some of you, this person put you in a third party. Others of you ended up just simply walking away from this person because you and them didn't see eye to eye. In the present moment, you have found love. There's somebody here that you really like. Some of you are currently in a relationship. If you're in a relationship now, there's something toxic within the relationship that's needing change. Some of you are a rising fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. The Pluto in Aquarius is affecting you on a very deep level. It's very important that you're not entertaining relationships that are toxic. For the past 15 years in the past, if you're a rising Cancer, this may resonate. You had a lot of toxic relationships or toxic energies, experiences that you had, and a lot of you are moving away from that, okay? So don't be afraid to disconnect from relationships that are toxic. Some of you are supporting toxic relationships, and this is something that you need to be aware of. Now, in the future, it looks like for many of you, a relationship or a friendship comes to an end because you don't trust somebody here. And for some of you, I'm just going to keep it real. Something here happens that shocks you. You're like, oh, I can't believe this happened, but it's happening to get your attention because you keep ignoring something that has needed to change for quite some time. I do feel like there's going to be a new beginning in love, but it's only going to happen when you are discerning. Okay. Some of you walk into relationships or you get involved with people blindly, and you blindly believe that everything is going to be successful. It's going to be great and amazing. But instead of doing your research about this person or analyzing what they really want from you, they end up taking advantage of you. And this is something that you're learning, okay? Especially in love, okay? Now, your financial situation, I feel like in the past you started something new. It led to tons of money, tons of abundance for you. You were worried about this, but I feel like if this didn't happen for you in the past, a lot of you were closed to change or you weren't open to change. So it's important that you're open to change when it comes to your financial situation. In the present moment, for many of you, you're doing something great and amazing. But the message here is not to give up. Okay. If you give up too soon on this project that you're working on, you may end up never finding stability. Some of you are starting something or doing something new and you're tired because no matter how much energy you put into it, you just can't move forward on it. And it's important that you're executing this correctly. Okay. One of the things that I'm going to be mentioning in my membership is how to execute business correctly. So it's very important that there will be a new opportunity that comes into your life with the Ace of Pentacles, but it's important that you don't give up too soon. Okay. And intuitively, you know this, but it's easy to give up too quickly. And this is something that you need to be aware of. All right. Now, in the near future for your financial situation, I do feel there's going to be someone who comes into your life. And this person may be somebody that you're really attracted to, but then you do very well business-wise with them. So, you may work and you may meet this person. You need to be careful because even though you meet this person, let's say, you're producing something, I'm getting something here about like limelight, spotlight, you fall in love with this person, you try not to mix business with pleasure. Because when you end up mixing business with pleasure, it creates a lot of confusion and uncertainty. So if you see somebody that you like and you work with them, you need to choose, okay? As hard as that may be, you may need to choose between, love or money. Are you going to be in partnership with them for love or is it for money? Okay. And it may be something hard to decide on, but this is going to help you to separate your emotions from the financial situation because mixing these two can get a little bit murky for you in 2024. So this is something that you should be aware of. Okay. This is why you have Page of Swords at the bottom of the deck. It's like getting very clear on something. Okay. Needing to get very clear on something. Analyzing something or researching something before you get involved. Okay. So that's what I have for you, Cancer. Let's move on to the next sign. Okay. Let's see what's next. We have Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn, I haven't seen you for so long. Capricorn. Okay, let's see what's going on for Capricorn. Tell me about Capricorn, love and money. Love and money for Capricorn. Love and money for Capricorn. Okay, Aries is next after this, okay, if you're wondering. And the sign is up there, okay? If you don't see it, it's up there. Okay. Okay, so for you, Capricorn, there's big positive changes coming in now that Pluto's out of your sign. It's like you have a relief now, okay? And you have the Hermit as well too. So I do strongly feel there is a strong energy here of you needing to take time out for yourself, okay? Just focusing on yourself, meditating, going within. In the past, I feel like there was a new opportunity with you and someone. I feel like there was forgiveness. There was an apology here in the past. Queen of Pentacles, I do strongly feel like you made an offer to somebody and it looks like it led to something beautiful and positive. In the present moment, I do strongly feel in love. There's a little bit of confusion here about whether or not you should move forward with somebody or if you should let them go. I do feel there's something here you need to address within your relationships. It could be the fact that you may feel like you're giving more than receiving. So I do feel like it's important that you're honest, okay, with this person if you feel that way. In the near future, if you don't address something here that's been inconsistent, if you don't address something here about a third party, or if you don't address something here that's been affecting you, it's a third party or third person, it may affect your ability to give love, or you may be draining your energy here, okay? Because there's something here about disconnecting or leaving because something here doesn't make you happy anymore. Okay, so it's important that you're honest with yourself. Some of us are finding it really hard to be honest with others. It's kind of like we're just going along with status quo. And part of you being able to take advantage of some sort of opportunity in your life is by you being honest about your feelings. Okay. With Pluto moving into your second house, this means financially there's big changes that are happening in your finances. You know, financially, I feel like in the past, a lot of you wanted to let go or disconnect from a job that you didn't love or you didn't like. You ended up continuously staying in a job that you maybe didn't like, but a lot of you are realizing, or you realized in the past with the Nine of Cups, that it's important your happiness comes first. So in the present moment, I feel like you're moving forward. There's somebody important that's coming into your life now that Pluto has exited your sign. So this person is now seeing the changes that you've made. You've grown, you've matured. You do have the South Node and North Node squaring your Sun, Moon, or Rising. So there's certain things that you may be changing. For example, you know, in your career, there's certain things that you're changing. I believe Libra is in your 10th house, if I'm not mistaken. So Aries, okay, Cancer is in your 7th. Then you have Leo in the 8th. 9th, you have Virgo. 10th. Yeah, then the 10th, you have Libra. So a lot of you are changing careers this year, and it's important that you're not fighting this. A lot of you need to learn, or you're learning, that it's time to no longer do things the old way. Some of you were doing things the old way, or you're used to doing things the old way. In order to make more money, you need to adapt or change. I am going to be talking about this in my membership. So if you're interested in learning more about that, that will be an option in the coming days. In the past, a lot of you held on to a relationship financially that didn't work for you. A lot of you, the more you hold on to something here from the past or you continue thinking about the past, the more you miss new opportunities. So just keep that in mind. This is why Spirit is saying it's time for you to meditate and go within and think about the future, okay? In the present moment, I do strongly feel there's somebody important in your life that's showing you what you need to do to move forward and expand. Some of you are dealing with someone who's overly emotional or overly logical. Don't judge this person just based on that. Look at what they're trying to tell you because they're helping you to move forward. I do feel in the near future you end up abandoning or letting something go because it no longer is helping you grow financially. So this could be a dead-end job. This could be something that you're used to doing. This is about expansion, okay? You have Gemini in the, where's Gemini now? You have Gemini in what sign? Cancer. Yeah. So 7th house. No, 8th house. Yeah. So for Cancer, Cancer is your 7th house. Then you have Leo in the 8th house. Then you have Virgo in the 9th house. Then you have Libra. So you have in your 6th house, Gemini. And there may be something here about your day-to-day work that needs to change. So if you're used to doing something that you usually do day to day, you may need to change that because Jupiter is going to be moving there next year. Okay. So it's telling you, even if you don't recognize the changes now, you're eventually going to have to make changes. It's hard for me to explain here because it's a lot of information. I'm not going to sit up here all day, but when I do my membership, I'm going to go more in depth. I'm going to be a little bit more relaxed and I'm going to go more in depth, on that for you, okay? These are things that we need to all be astrologically aware of because tarot is just a confirmation. Astrology is actually the roadmap to achieving that. So lots of abundance is coming in. The question is, are you open to change, okay? All right, let's move on to the next sign. We have Aries, then we have Sagittarius and Gemini, okay? All right. Let's see what we have here. Okay. Let's see what we have here. Okay, Aries, my fire signs. Let's see what's going on for you. Ooh, Aries, this is your year, but some of you don't realize that it is because you're not taking action. Just remember that you're ruled by Mars, okay? Mars is the sign of taking action. Yeah, baby, yeah. So if you're not taking action, then you need to be. Something's going to force you in the next couple of days or weeks to take action. When this eclipse happens, it's going to change your life. It's really going to lead to lots of changes, lots of abundance for you. This is your year, I feel. Okay. So let's do love and money for you. Let's see love and money. Love and money. Okay, in your love life in the past, I feel like there was an opportunity here for you to work on something with someone. Some of you were already in a relationship and it was about working on things or making things better with a particular person. If you didn't have a person here in the past, work started to become your partner, your love. I do feel over time there was a new opportunity in love for you and a specific person, and it looked like you worked things out and you moved to the next level with them. In the present moment, you're married or you're committed to somebody, or there's a commitment that's coming in, and it's important that you recognize your behaviors, your actions, the thoughts that you have, the things that you say. Some of you don't realize that with the North Node in your sign, in Western astrology, you're super powerful. You're super, super, super powerful. So if you're saying negative things or you're thinking negatively, what that's going to lead to is negative outcome. If you're somebody who's saying, hey, I want a commitment, hey, I want a relationship, it's there for you, but only if you remain positive and you recognize the power that you have. Some of you don't recognize the power that you have, especially with Mars and Venus in Aquarius at this time while I'm doing this reading with Pluto there. So you're being consciously aware of your ability to attract. Some of you are meant to be in a relationship now, but you haven't been able to accept certain behaviors or things that you're doing that needs to change. In the near future, I see a relationship relationship coming in with an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising. This person is going to give you everything that you want and need, but you need to be willing to step outside of your comfort zone. Some of you are too ingrained in your old way of thinking. So it's important that you find the inner strength with the Strength card here to be open to adapt and change. The quicker you are open to adapting and changing, the quicker something here is going to move for you. In your financial situation, I do feel very similar to Aquarius message. Some of you have a rising Aquarius, or you have a sun or moon Aquarius, or a stellium in Aquarius. If that's the case, there was a situation in the past that really affected you. It really affected your heart. It really affected some sort of love situation that you're involved in. It's really important that you transmute that energy. Some of you are still upset at someone from the past. You're still upset at something that affected you, and you physically moved away from this, but you haven't emotionally moved away from it. And it's important that you transmute this energy because it's affecting your financial situation. The more resentment, hate, anger you hold on to, the more it manifests into other parts of your life, okay? Now, in the present moment, it's very important that you watch what you're doing in your day-to-day life, your health. Your health is connected to your wealth. Health is connected to wealth. Yes, so if you have not been working on your health or your day-to-day activities, it will affect your finances. I do feel you need to get clear on what you want financially. Also remember, if you don't invest in yourself or you don't invest into the things that you want, you will not get a return. So if you're somebody who thinks, hey, I'm just gonna work and get paid for my time, we're moving out of the time being paid for time. We're moving into air energy. I am gonna talk about this in my membership. I'm gonna talk about the new age and how if you wanna increase your finances, you need to have a different mentality. You need to have a different understanding and understanding of how the new age works. Some of us are not aware of it. We're still in the old age. We're still in this, let's go back to normal. There is no normal. There's only moving to the next level, okay? So I feel like in the present moment, you need to recognize your health. You need to recognize what you're investing into. If you're putting time into something and you're not getting anything out of it, you need to change the structure in which you're making money, okay? And I'm gonna talk about that. If you're interested in knowing more, that will be linked in videos moving forward. So there is opportunities coming in for you, but it's important that you choose these opportunities based on the amount you're willing to invest. The more you invest into something, the more return you're going to get. The less you invest into something, the less return you get. It's an equal give and take. Because the South Node is in your 7th house now, a lot of the ways you used to make money or the ways you used to do business are changing now, okay? So you need to be open to those changes that are coming in. In the near future, I feel like there is going to be a transit. There's going to be a change. 5-5. Okay. I feel like there is going to be a choice. Some of you are going to continue to go back to the old way of doing things, and some of you are going to be open to the new ways of doing things. That means educating yourself, investing, finding new ways to have different streams of income. Some of you only have 1 or 2 streams of income. You need to increase your different streams of income, okay? So that's what I have for you, Aries. I hope you got something from the message. We're gonna move on to the sign of Sagittarius, and then we're gonna do Gemini, okay? And feel free to rewind the reading back, because I know some of you are checking in when I'm almost done the readings, okay? We are on Sagittarius. Okay. And just keep in mind, we need 100,000 views on this video. We need 10,000 likes and 500 comments. If I don't get that, it's okay. I'm not going to be hurt. I'm going to realize that my energy needs to be going somewhere else, which I already feel that intuitively, but I'm giving you all a chance to prove to me otherwise. If you're somebody who regularly subscribes, you do all of that, great. I'm still going to be around, but I'm going to be around doing other things, most likely. Okay. I'm pretty sure we're not going to hit, I don't want to be negative, but I'm pretty sure we're not going to hit what we need to hit on here. Okay. Because a lot of people don't recognize, and that's okay. That's okay. I'm not for everybody. I know that I'm not for everybody. So that's cool. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that, you know, and I love you all. There's no hatred. There's no anger. I just want to see you improve. I don't want to keep seeing you stuck. I don't want to keep seeing you stuck. Okay. So let's get it in. Let's get it in. My Sagittarius. Let's see. Tell me about Sagittarius. Okay, bottom of the deck, you have the Eight of Pentacles. Sagittarius, this is all about the amount of work you put into something, okay? This is about how much energy and work you're willing to put into this. If you're willing to put in the work, you're gonna see the results, okay? You have Saturn squaring your sun, moon, or rising with it being in Pisces now. It's been very tough, but you've been forced to maybe make changes or step outside of your comfort zone. In the past, I do feel like somebody ghosted you, left you, or disconnected from you. It really affected you. Some of you were trying to reach out to this person and talk to them, and maybe they didn't talk to you or they didn't reach out to you the way that you wanted them to. This is about recognizing and realizing and love what's not for you and what is for you. Okay, I think I mentioned this to Leo as well. A lot of us are forcing situations that are not meant for us, which is actually stopping us from growing or seeing other opportunities that are available. In the present moment, things are changing for you. The more you cut certain things off that are not supporting your growth, your development, your determination, your new path, the more you end up blocking opportunities. So the question you need to ask yourself in the present moment is, what do I keep focusing on that really doesn't care about me? What do I keep focusing on that doesn't seem to be in balance? Something here has been out of balance for quite some time in your life, and it's time for you to recognize that it's time to let it go. The more you let the situation go, the more bigger and better opportunities come in for you. In the near future, a lot of you are worried about something that's outside of your control. The lesson here in the near future when it comes to your love life is not to control situations that are not meant for you. The more you force a situation that's not for you, the more you end up feeling sad, upset, or disappointed that it didn't work out the way that you wanted it to. You have the Five of Wands here as well. So there is some sort of conflict, okay? There is some sort of conflict. And this conflict is because of your resistance. Some of you need to start focusing on the things that you have control over. The more you focus on the things that are within your control, the more power you end up having. The less you focus on things that are outside of your control, the more you're able to focus on what truly matters, okay? So I really do strongly believe for many of you, this is about inner strength, okay? You do have, is there anything aspecting you? Next year, even though this is a reading for this year, 2025, in the membership program that I'm doing, I'm going to talk about how you can harness the energy in Gemini, which is Jupiter in Gemini next year. This year is a bit of an off year for you. I think this year is more of it's more of a year where you just focus on yourself. That's what I'm getting. It's a year where it's like, I need to focus on myself and what's good for me. I do see love coming in, but only if you make room for it, okay? A lot of you are still entertaining people or situations that are not for you. And what ends up happening is you miss those opportunities because you're too entertained or focused on the things that are not for you, okay? That's what I'm seeing in your love situation. Now, in your financial situation, your financial situation in the past, I feel like you ended up going back to something here that you love doing. Some of you took a break or a hiatus from something here that, you know, you love doing or enjoy doing. I do feel like you finally got clear on something here in the past. It took a lot. Something happened here that really affected you. It was very sensitive. It was a sensitive situation, but you ended up getting clear and going back to something here that was that led to some sort of financial abundance here. Present moment, you may be working from home. If you're not working from home, this is something you need to start, because the more clear you get on working from home or doing something from home, I see it bringing a lot of money and abundance for you. Some of you need to collaborate, or you need to find like-minded people that work from home that will help you to start this business or do something working from home, okay? Some of you have a partner or you're in a relationship with someone who can help you with this, okay? Do not avoid or do not miss this opportunity, because this person who's in your life can really help you, especially now moving into 2025. I will talk about this more in the membership program that I have. So make sure you're subscribed, make sure you're not missing or sleeping on this, because it's a huge opportunity, something that I haven't offered, but I will be offering, okay? Now, the near future, I feel like there's an opportunity here for a lot of money, a lot of abundance. But it's important that you're resting, okay, and you're relaxing and you're healing your inner body, because this is going to determine how successful you are moving forward. I feel like for many of you, there's something here about repetition, not giving up, holding on to this idea that you have. Some of you have a vision or an idea of something you want to accomplish, and it's only going to happen if you don't give up, okay? Some of you give up too soon or too quickly, and this is why you don't see your dreams manifesting. For many of you, this is about money. It's like, how can I make more money? A lot of you don't feel like there's really issues in the love department. I feel like there's more issues financially, okay? And it's important that you're not giving up too soon on this, this project or this idea that you have, okay? That's what I have for you, Sagittarius. We're gonna move on to the final sign, which is Gemini. If you like this reading and you want me to continue, we need 100,000 views on this video. We need 10,000 likes and 500 comments for me to keep going. If we don't reach that, no problem. It just means that I'm going to continue doing daily Does It Resonate, and I'm gonna stop doing the individual signs. I hope that's not the case, because I do wanna continue to do this, but I need your support, okay? I need your guys' support and I need help, okay? So if you guys are not helping, then I don't know what else to do, okay? So let's see what we have here. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Okay, final sign of the day, evening, morning, wherever you are, afternoon. Let's see what's going on for Gemini. Okay, Gemini, let's see what's going on. Bottom of the deck, you have the 5 of Pentacles. So somebody's disconnecting or you're disconnecting. There's something you're abandoning, disconnecting from something here. Could be a dead-end job that some of you are doing. Some of you are realizing, you know what, this job that I'm doing, it's just, I got to move into a new direction. We do have currently the South Node in Libra, and we have Pluto in Aquarius. This is hitting you hard. Like, huge changes are coming in. Some of you feel drained. You're like, I can't believe this. But listen, it's time for change now, okay? As much as it may be hard, it's time for change. In the recent past in your love life, a lot of you were beating a dead horse, something here that was done for quite some time. You still try to make it work. You eventually came to a realization it was time for something here to come to an end. You have the Death card here. So something did end for you, even though you tried to make it work. In the present moment, somebody here likes you. They see you as someone that they want to marry or commit to, but you're just not interested in love. You're worried that you're going to get hurt again. A lot of you are afraid of toxic behavior or people coming into your life bringing toxic behavior. In the near future, you're focused on yourself. Okay, you're focused on yourself. You're going inward. The big transformation that's happening in Aquarius and in Libra is affecting you on a very deep level. I do strongly feel with the 4 of Wands, you're eventually going to find the relationship you're looking for, but it's only going to happen when you're okay with yourself, okay? A lot of you are still working on something to do with yourself, making yourself better, you know, simply just working on something here that's going to bring happiness to you. I do strongly feel that love is taking a back burner, or love is not important right now for you. You're taking a break from it. I think money is more important for you at this time. This is why you have the 5 of Pentacles. It's like you're tired of being involved in a situation that doesn't have value. Okay, relationships that don't have value, friendships that don't have value, people who don't see your value. All of this is changing, and it's been very heavy for you. It's been very heavy for you, Gemini, because all this changed out of the blue. You're like, why did this happen? What's going on? It's been very tough for you. I do believe that when I do come out with my membership, you should be a part of that, because it's going to help you get clarity on what you need to be aware of. A lot of you feel drained. There's a drained energy here, okay? It's like you're working on something and you don't see results. This is about you recognizing what's going to make you happy. Some of you are overly focused on yourself because that's where you need to be at this time. It doesn't mean that love is not coming into your life. It just means the timing may not be right for it, okay? I feel like next year, 2025, even though this reading is for 2024, it's a timeless. I do feel like things are going to change for you, but things are going to change for you when you recognize what you need first. Okay. You're putting yourself first here. Your financial situation in the past, there was a lot of need for structure. Okay. There was a lot of this need for, you know, doing things the way that need to be done. You know, things needed to be done in a certain way, okay, in the past. I feel like if you were somebody who followed structure and you followed a routine, it brought a lot of success for you, brought many opportunities. In the present moment, you feel alone, okay? And a lot of you feel alone because love has been on the back burner. I think love has been very difficult for you, and this has been affecting your financial situation. However, I do also feel you need to get clear on what you want, because some of you are entertaining something here. It's not moving fast enough for you, or it's not giving you what you need, and you need to be honest with yourself. This is about self-love. It's not always about chasing the money or chasing the paycheck. If you're not truly happy with what you're doing, you need to be honest with yourself, okay? The more you lie to yourself, the more you pretend like something's okay when it's not, the more it gets harder for you and you feel alone, okay? So this is about doing what you love. Forget about the paycheck, forget about the money, do what you love. That's what your message is in the present moment. In the near future, a lot of you are gonna set yourself free from something that's been holding you back for quite some time. You've been in a dead-end job, or you've been doing something that just really hasn't helped you move forward. This is about revamping your life and doing something different, okay? This is about doing something, maybe you're doing something now you love, but you need to change the way you do it. This means, you know, again, your work is on the forefront here. Your money is a very big topic here. So the Queen of Swords, excuse me, in the near future in your financial situation is saying, celebrate what you love, do what you love, but also recognize what you're doing currently in your financial situation that needs to change or come to an end. When you make changes in the things that just don't work for you anymore and you start to do something new, you're gonna see bigger and better opportunities that are coming into your life, okay? So this is what I have for you, Gemini. I hope you got something from the reading. I wanna thank everybody for taking the time to be a part of this. Like I said, to keep these individual signs going, this is simply a test to see how many of you are engaged. To keep this going, we need at least 100K in one day on this video. We need 100K on this video. We need 10,000 likes and 500 comments. I don't want to be negative Nancy, but I don't believe we're going to hit that because a lot of people are sleeping. They don't recognize the energy I'm putting in. A lot of tarot readers are putting a lot of energy into YouTube. They're not seeing the results. I'm one of those tarot readers. I unfortunately can't keep doing this without the support from you. It's not about the money. It's not about the likes. It's about my time and energy and being recognized for what I'm doing, which comes along with that. That's just a byproduct of my energy. The money, the likes, the subscriptions, all that, that's a byproduct of my energy. This is an energy exchange, okay? So if we can all come together, get at least 100,000 views on this video, 10,000 likes and 500 comments, I will be here to regularly do your readings once a month or once every 2 weeks, but I need that from you, okay? So I'm gonna be checking. I will let you all know the results within 24 to 48 hours. Hopefully it's good news. If not, that's okay. Those of you who want to unsubscribe, that's okay too. Guys, I'm not just here for the money, okay? I have everything I need in my life. I don't need to be here. It's a choice, okay? I want to send you all lots of love and light. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.